let's go game by game, man. We'll get to that one,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, Rams, Jared Goff versus other team, Stafford versus other team, man. It should be a good one. I think every Lions fan is hoping that we go in there and just stomp them.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. That's what every Lions like. We're praying to God today that we go in there and stomp them. And the second prayer after that is that we win. You know, so but I think that truthfully, I like our odds against the team. I know for sure, man. I know we all want to stump them. We all want to stump them, but I feel like it's going to be a close one. I got a feeling it's going to be a close one. You know, what I really think it will come down to, aside from everybody saying the coach versus this coach and which coach is better, it truly will come down to Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford.
man.
You know, I really have a feeling it's going to come down to Jared
It
Goff
has no
versus Matthew
choice.
Stafford.
It has no choice.
And I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I know what Stafford's going to go out. I know what Stafford is thinking about going in Ford Field and doing. You know, dropping a 500-yard day. You know what I'm saying? Puka Nacua breaking rookie playoff records. And this Rams team is very similar to their. They're actually better than the team that they were when they went to the Super Bowl a few years back, and they've been hot, 8-1 since Stafford came back. Not mistaken. You know,
7-1.
7-1 since Stafford came back.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of trash bag teams mixed in there.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
But they lost to the Ravens. Their one loss was to the Ravens in OT.
Overtime.
You know,
that is, you know,
and they're the only NFC team to do that this year.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think that's any like discrepancy between, then that means they're way better than we are. I don't think that's what that means.
Well, you know, we played a bad game at the Ravens, but it was a bad game. It wasn't like we're a bad team.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But I think the biggest thing,
matchups matter.
It definitely does, man. And I think it really will come down to Jared Goff or Stafford. That is my true, honest opinion.
I hope it doesn't.
I'm hoping that it doesn't too.
I hope it comes down to just playmakers for us. Whether that's, you know, Goff delivering the ball downfield to J-Mo or St. Brown getting in a, you know, bunch of broken tackles and just cutting one up. You know what I'm saying? I want us to run. I want us to run the ball. All right. Yeah. When I say that, I mean, can both of them get 100 yards?
They got that big boy, Aaron Donald.
Ain't nobody worried about Aaron Donald. You know what you just funnel him in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, if he's coming in here, okay, we're up out of there. So we just, you know, I trust our guys, especially Gibbs. Look, Gibbs ain't no fool now. He ain't gonna let Aaron Donald put his hands on him. Yeah.
Well, I think the interesting thing is our defense has picked up tremendously since that Cowboys game. Like, I really think that Cowboys game just opened them up. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, hey, you guys are a stout defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost like they needed to be reminded. You know, and we're coming in off of that L too as well. I know that's what a lot of the players are thinking about. But man, I got a feeling it's gonna come down to Goff versus Stafford, and I don't want there to be a shootout. You know,
I told you what I truly want. So my real prediction for the game is 28-24. I'm rolling with that.
You should.
28-24. Us winning, obviously, but I got us up big at first. You know, it might be like 17-3 or something.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going to end up being only 28-24. You know what I'm saying? I see Stafford making look just classic, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Detroit fans be looking at it like, oh my God, like I've seen this 1,000 times, you know?
Yeah.
But don't forget what you also seen that same 1,000 times. It didn't finish.
Yeah.
You know, he had the 1 year where he was the comeback player of the year and all that, where we had like the 10 games he came back and won. But outside of that, there's always been a lot of garbage time yards and garbage time plays that just, you know. So that's what I anticipate. I think we get up on them just because I think we just come out and punch them in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron Donald, just imagine Aaron Donald's energy amassed over an entire team. Like, yeah, this guy might not have your strength, but he think he do, and he gonna act like he do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's all over the team. You know, we're coming out there, we're gonna bite some kneecaps.
Mm.
You know, like everybody, all ESPN, they all made fun of it. Then,
Yeah.
hey, them kneecap biting things sounded good now. Like, you know, it's like those are the kind of players you want, obviously.
Yeah.
That mentality, obviously. So, I mean, just look at hey, man. Like I said, come out, punch them in the mouth. You know, we just need to score on like first 2 out of 3 drives. You know what I'm saying? And score, I mean, touchdowns. I mean, like, get up 14 points, and we need to stop them. We need to stop them. You know, and from that point on, just play with the lead. You know what I'm saying? You score, we score. You know what I'm saying? You score, we got to kick in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just gonna, just maintain our distance, run the ball, maintain our distance, put the numbers up.
Yeah.
And I got, of course I got the Lions in that game, but we got the Lions in that game, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got the Lions in that game too. My prediction is a little bit different from yours. I think it'll be 42-35.
I would love that.
I think it'll be
42-35. Crazy if that's where it goes.
I think it'll be 42-35. I think it'll be a slow start to the first quarter for both sides of the ball because of nerves, jitters, and all of that. But I think in the second quarter is really going to pick up. I do think we'll jump out to a lead. I think it'll be probably about a 14-point lead, and that's going off of 2 consecutive scores. So I think we'll kind of get rolling in that second quarter. First quarter might be like 3-7 or something like that.
First quarter 3-7, we end up with 45.
First quarter might be like 3-7 because I think I'm accounting for there to be a slow start on both sides of the ball. I think that we're gonna come in there high off energy on that first drive and go for a score. I do believe that. I think the Rams are going to do similar. I think Stafford's going to kind of get warmed up a little bit, but our defense is going to keep him to 3 points. I think that's going to close out the first quarter. That might happen early on in the first, but then it'll be a defensive game in that like kind of first quarter. Everybody's getting warmed up.
Yeah.
I think in that second quarter, we'll come out there and we'll jump out to we'll go out there and score 14 points. I also think the Rams are going to score 7 points. So that game might be 10-21 going in the half. Solid game, right? Everything seems, but now coming back after half, Sean McVay's got a different plan out there. I think Dan Campbell also comes out there with Ben Johnson. They start using some different schemes. I think that third quarter might be another 14 points by the Lions, but I think it'll be another 14 points by the Rams as well. And I think that's where the lead will kind of stay. But I think the Rams are going to go shot for shot in that third and fourth quarter. However, and this one is a little bit different. But I think we'll be tied before the 2-minute warning at 35-35. And we'll have the ball last drive. Goff nails the coffin. That's my prediction for the game.
Well, if we're tied, we're probably just playing for a kick. So then it'd probably be 38-35.
Well, I think that, like you said, Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, I think it'll be a big run.
Breakout run.
Something like that.
I can see that.
And that'll be the
dagger.
And of course, what'll happen after that, if that were to happen in the last 2 minutes?
Real strategy is to actually drop to a knee on like the 1 yard line. Like, don't give them no clock. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them no clock, because you can I'll probably still take it down to a kick. Because I think you score, man. You gonna send Stafford back out there with like 50 seconds?
I think they do. I think Stafford throws a pick.
If our defense have let him, I mean, that would be beautiful. But if he already put 35 on us, I'm just saying my first thought wouldn't be, let's get that defense back out there for this final drive. Okay.
Well, I think it'll be a breakout run between either Gibbs or Montgomery, and I think they'll just take it into the house, And I doubt it would be like 50 seconds left or, something like that. I think it would be an actual drive down the field. Because you
stay under 2, Maybe it'd be like, something short, like 12 seconds or something.
But that's my prediction, 42-35.
Okay.
So let's move on to the Packers, Cowboys.
I got Pack. Got the
But
pack.
you know how I feel about Dallas.
Got Jordan. Jordan Love's looking good. He's been delivering that ball out there. He put one on the Lions. We put one on him. He put one on us. I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but this team looks a lot better than they did when they were like ending things last year. Even when Aaron Rodgers had caught the little streak. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Love just it. I told you before. I really like Green Bay's situation.
He's coming into his own.
As a Lion, of course, I don't want us at like the 7th seed. Sneaking in with a rookie QB. It's nice to have what we have. But a couple more years down the line, it's like that's probably going to be our situation. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? And he sat behind Rodgers, 3 years? 2-3 years?
He sat behind Rodgers for about that time.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit more.
No more than 3, because I'm pretty sure they have to extend him or not now. That was the risk they took.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he only had one season to kind of really put it together and show them, what he could do.
Yeah.
On game day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how they've been doing things. That's how they did Rodgers. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Absolutely.
And it works for them as a small town. But I'll tell you this: I'm picking Green Bay out of the faith for the Lions.
Well, no, man.
Don't get me wrong. I would want to play Dallas again, but regardless, I don't trust the league. And their the money.
Well, Jerry Jones openly said there isn't a number I wouldn't pay for us to win another Super Bowl.
Of course. And he can outpay the Lions. So,
but honestly,
I'm good on that.
To be completely honest with you, though, the reason why I like that game so much is because both of those franchises have such a stout history in the league that game is not going to come down to the refs. Like I just don't see it happening.
The Pack.
Yeah, the Pack versus the Cowboys. I don't see it coming down to the ref. And honestly, if it wasn't for the sake of me having to disagree with you, just to keep things interesting, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the fact I disagree with you, I do see the Packers. They have a shot, and their shot is predicated on Jordan Love being completely scorching in that game.
Yeah, he got to put up 35.
But the crazy part is you can see him doing it.
That's my point.
You can see him doing it.
Have to put up 35.
Don't forget, they also got Jared Alexander down there.
Aaron Jones.
Don't
forget they got Aaron Jones.
So I think it'll be more than what Dallas expects Green Bay to come out there and do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Green Bay is expecting Dallas to do what Dallas does. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's any surprise on Green Bay's part about what Dallas is going to do, but I think Dallas is for sure going to be surprised by what Green Bay goes out there and does. However, though, I will say this much, though, Dak is in his pocket right now. He's in the zone. The whole Cowboys team is in the zone. I mean, Tyron Bland, 5 or 6 pick sixes on the season record.
Yeah.
So their defense is definitely stout. I mean, they got Parsons, obviously CeeDee Lamb. So I do think that Dallas should come out there and finish the job pretty early on. I think if they put Jordan Love in a pressure situation, I don't think he'll come through. And I think Dallas should kind of be in control of that game for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, Dallas should probably blow them out the water.
Yeah.
But it's the playoffs.
Upsets are about to happen.
And and momentum is a real thing.
Yeah.
And if the game doesn't start right, then you're playing catch up.
I agree.
And they have a good running back, and you don't have a good run defense.
True.
See, it's all about matchups, man. You know how it breaks down. The 8th seed could actually be a problem to the 1 seed, a la Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Because when they got down to the playoffs, it's the matchups.
Yeah.
It's, what I'm saying? Hey, this kind of matches up, so you think about it like, okay.
We're not trying to figure things out.
We know what controls the game clock, the run game. You know what I'm saying? What opens up the pass game, the run game, and what does Green Bay have? A run game, and what does Dallas not have? A good run defense.
True.
You know, um, I mean, hey, I feel like the Lions should have ran the ball more in that game.
Yeah.
Even when it's like, okay, they got 20, 13, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, let's just,
I think that game there was just I don't want to spend too.
there was a lot of emotions. I'm not even trying to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just purely an example. But yeah, so I think Green Bay kind of, because I think Green Bay is very similar to us. I mean,
Absolutely.
the difference is their quarterback can deliver down the field, which, also he can risk it down the field. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're the youngest team, to ever make the playoffs. I mean, because not just Jordan Love being that young, but like a lot of the guys he's throwing to is only like first or second year guys. So yeah, Christian Watson over there. I forgot the other receiver name, but he's solid too. But Watson, man, he gets downfield.
Yeah.
Was it Romeo Dobbs? Something like that. But he get busy.
Yeah.
The Romeo guy really gets busy. And then they got Aaron Jones, man. Still got a solid O-line.
Yeah.
Defense is solid. I mean, it's a little squad. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be an interesting game.
And it's just like, come on, Dallas is going to have a Dallas moment.
But this moment is just enough pressure on.
I feel like. Hold on, real quick. I feel like Dak has mastered the first round. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been as bad lately in these first round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's when the Dallas stuff start kicking in, man. In the next round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Normally it's right away, but but with it being Green Bay, and I'm just saying, like, Green Bay's owned them. I get it. It was Aaron Rodgers. It was Brett Favre. You know how, I'm just saying, like, no. Brett Favre got owned by them. I think they beat Brett Favre like 7 times in a row or something. But Aaron Rodgers, like, whooped on them every time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's who Jordan Love was behind.
Not to mention his coach, Matt LaFleur. You know what I'm saying? He's a good coach. Like, I truly expect him. If I'm Green Bay, I'm expecting him to come out there, have some nice schemes set up, get out to an early lead, hold that lead, close the game out. If I'm Green Bay, if I'm Dallas, go out there and score. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and score. Make your defense pressure Jordan Love into some bad throws, make some picks, and kind of close that game out, being in control.
Do you think Matt LaFleur is a better coach
than Mike McCarthy?
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing about Mike McCarthy is, like, he's not a bad coach on resume. It's actually really funny, like, how good of a coach he is on resume.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Matt LaFleur, I think Matt LaFleur is kind of in. Well, we're gonna find out in this playoff series, and obviously as time goes on. But I kind of hold him in the same regard as I would hold, like a younger Sean McVay in this situation. That's what I would expect him to come. That's why I say I would expect him to come out there, have some schemes set up, get out to an early lead, put Dak in pressure moments by being behind, and close that game out with Aaron Jones.
They're from the same coaching tree.
Sean McVay and also like Kyle Shanahan and But to answer your question though, I don't think Matt LaFleur has the same amount of experience as Mike McCarthy. I don't think Mike McCarthy is a bad coach either. His resume proves that. So no, but I feel like I'll leave it there. Yeah. I don't think Matt LaFleur is as experienced as Mike McCarthy. And I think it's gonna show if Dallas wins. However, like I said, I hold Matt LaFleur to some higher standards. I would expect Matt LaFleur to go out there and have some schemes set up. You know what I'm saying? Get out to an early lead, pressure Dak.
You would want him to.
You would want him to. And honestly, he's playing with house money right now. Like, nobody's expecting Green Bay to win that game. Green Bay is actually playing with house money. I don't think Jordan Love should be concerned about being down by 14 points. I don't think he should be concerned about, if his team has a bad start to the game. I think Jordan Love's only concern is don't throw the game away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, we'll see. But
he's playing with house money.
He's playing with house money, and he can have his Aaron Rodgers moment.
He's not. It's the biggest, difference of the whole, like, it's the biggest like money line difference of all the teams. You know what I'm saying? Like point differential, all that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like he could blow them out.
Packers?
Yeah, I don't know if you said your score, but mine is 35-24.
Packers up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think Dak put them boys at risk with, a couple of little, unannounced picks.
That's what he doesn't want to do to Green Bay. That's the difference between him playing us and him playing Green Bay. Obviously, in a rematch, I'm sure we would handle all of those Dak throwaways a lot better. But honestly, Green Bay is not going to give Dak. They're not going to give Dallas the chance to make mistakes. And if Dallas, that's what I mean when I say, like I said, if you're Green Bay, that's what you're hoping for. My score prediction, 28-10, Dallas. I think that team comes out there hot.
I think your score is more realistic, but I'm rooting for the Pack.
You should, man. If I didn't have to disagree with you, I would choose the Packers too, based on how that second round
could disagree with me.
I like
because we got some differences coming up, but
let's talk about Philly and the Bucks. Philadelphia Eagles and Tampa Bay Bucks.
Who you got?
Who do you think I got, man? Who do you think I got? I'm rooting for black quarterbacks in this one. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. I think that team will. I think they'll muster up a win, and that's saying a lot for Philly. I think they'll muster up a win. I don't think it'll be anything crazy.
Yeah. Philly's probably going to win. Baker Mayfield got injured in the last game, got hit in the rib cage. Couldn't throw the ball down the field. That's why he only had 9 points, even though he has just as many touchdowns as Jared Goff. I didn't, but I only watch anybody's games but the Lions.
You were looking to see those Bucks stats. You couldn't wait to come and talk about.
If they lost, they wouldn't have made the playoffs. So I was just checking. I saw it was 9-0, but then I saw one of the shows talked about it a little bit. That's how I know he got hurt and whatnot. I actually did not look at the game. I don't care that much about Baker Mayfield, but as a GM, I would experiment with some quarterbacks. But
that's a shame he got injured.
I'm hoping if he can still deliver downfield, if he's going to have a gutsy game.
They'll probably give him some Toradol.
That's it's illegal. But
is it?
In the league, but I mean, they probably should just go ahead and sneak him some.
They'll give him something if he goes out there and plays with a rib injury. If he's expected to play.
So if he's playing good enough, I got them winning. I got Tampa winning. But it's probably going to be Philly.
What's your score prediction for the Bucks?
I don't think Philly. I just want to say this. I don't think Philly is okay though. You looked up and you got the Bucks, and then the Bucks, 9 points. I mean, y'all ain't did that bad all year.
Yeah.
So it just kind of makes you, it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, because Philly's been. I mean, come on, man. The Giants put one on them. They was up like 24-0 at half.
Yeah.
Put it on them and almost beat it the first time, and you let the Cardinals whoop on you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But Jalen Hurts is, they ain't saying it, but he is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the knee injury and everything. I think, this is just a one-off year for him, obviously.
Yeah.
Come back next year and, have another great year. But health matters. You know what I'm saying? None of these quarterbacks look good when they're hurt.
I agree.
Especially when you're not that elite at certain other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a guy that's like, he's like a B level, but in like a bunch of categories. So he's a really good quarterback. He's hurt. Those things are going down to C level. You know what I'm saying? Some D. And it's like, of course, it's like, when Mahomes is hurt, it's like his, if it ain't the arm, you know what I'm saying? He barely got a plant to, toss that thing. This guy can be floating and still get a pass off. That's an animation on Madden too.
That's dope.
But it's actually wild, I'm just saying though, like, if you got something that you can do like that, but that's why you worry about your Goffs, your Staffords. I mean, not Stafford. He got enough of an arm, depending on what that injury is. I've seen him play through some injuries and deliver the ball.
True.
But a lot of guys can't do that.
Facts.
A lot of guys can't do that, so it depends on what you got on your team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks in a close game. I'm going 18-12.
That's a solid score, to be honest with you. I don't really disagree with anything you said about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' play style. They suck.
Yeah,
You know, they suck, and they haven't been playing like
but
themselves.
they're in the same situation as the Chargers, except, and this is why I gotta give respect to Jalen Hurts. You forced out some of those wins early on, and it just benefited you later down the line.
Absolutely,
because you're not going to be able to say he had a completely bad year.
He's
in the playoffs and he was 11-win season.
They're the first team with 10 wins who 10 wins and 1 loss who did.
You know who they look like? Pittsburgh. Remember Pittsburgh started 11-0, lost the last 5 games, smacked in the first round.
I think again, I think the Eagles right now, I think everybody knows it. They suck. They don't have a lot of chemistry. They seem to be missing some steps. They seem to be out of touch with one another, and I think it's affected their play style. I think the Bucks are just the right team for them to get out of the first round, which is why I picked the Eagles in that game. But I agree with you. I think it'll be a low scoring game, and I would say probably 20 to 13. I think it'll be a couple kicks in that game.
Yeah.
I do think that the Eagles should come out there though in that first quarter, that second quarter, and give them hell. Maybe go up 14-0. But I think Baker has enough in him to turn that around and maybe even makes it a 14-14 game in the third quarter, kind of going into the fourth. And I think the Eagles will do just enough to finish that game out.
Okay. Well,
are we on the AFC now?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
You got, Kansas City versus Miami.
We might as well agree. Cause I got Kansas City.
He said we might as well agree.
You have Dolphins?
I thought you were gonna say the Dolphins when you said you might as well agree.
No, Kansas City.
I got the Dolphins in that one. Mahomes, this happens sometimes with even the best of them. You just have a one-off year. Let's go ahead, get home, rest the body up. Let these other young. It's not your year. Why go another round? Put yourself in more danger
because he's a winner.
And, but you got to give some respect to these Dolphins, though. They almost. Here, you know what I like about this one? Y'all played a couple weeks ago, and the Dolphins, lost on like a play, kind of like the Detroit, but not on a ref call, on a drop ball from your best receiver.
He also dropped some balls in that.
Yeah, he did. But let's see. Hey, it happens to the best of them. But let's see how that. We've seen it. Man, he dropped some balls, and then the next game, he's like, 10 targets, 10 receptions, 180.
I'm hoping that Tyreek goes out there and has a day. I think that
if he has a day, they win.
No. I don't think if he has a day, they win. I think if Tua has a day, they win.
No. If he has a day, they win. He is their offense.
I think
he is their offense.
Here's the reason why I'm picking the Chiefs. It's truly because of Tua. Either he's going to prove himself to me this year in this first round, or he's not. And to be honest with you, when it comes to what I saw in that Bills game, it's like, I don't think I trust you in a playoff game of all things. Now you got to go to Kansas City where it's -5, where it's going to be minus, it's going to be negative. Mm-hmm. Come on now, you're the Dolphins. So
you're going to need Tyreek to be a playmaker.
And I don't think I don't think he's gonna get the I don't believe Tyreek's gonna have a bad day.
Yeah,
I just honestly believe Tyreek is gonna Tua is gonna go ahead and throw some picks when it matters. Truthfully, I'm just gonna be honest.
21-17, Miami.
And we're talking about the highest scoring offense, and you haven't, you're holding them at 21 points. If the Dolphins win that game, they're putting up at least 35.
If you score 21 points versus the Chiefs, you beat them. That's been a fact for their entire season.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think in this playoffs, we also know Travis Kelce is not about to turn up like he does in every playoff series. That's why he's in the same conversation as Gronk and those other guys. Because in this time of the year, he's proved himself even more than he does during the regular season.
Yeah, it's not looking like it.
And I think that The Chiefs go out there, and honestly, I think it'll be like a 28-14 game.
Pretty sure Gronk had some first round bounces with Brady too, but like I said, happens to the best of them. It's just not their year.
I think you got a lot of faith in Tua.
They get up. I don't. I got a lot of faith.
I think that's your game.
I think that's Tyreek and Mike McDaniels. No, I'm telling you exactly what it is.
Well, Tua's got to get the ball to Tyreek. I think that's
and he's good at that.
That's my
good at that. He's not good at the deep ball. That's why I say it's a playmaker game. Just get it to him. If you getting off those short passes and these guys are turning upfield, you got a 5-yard pass just because it got recorded as 60 because he ran for 60. You know what I'm saying?
These guys win against the Buffalo Bills. Stop the Bills on 4th down.
And they're dealing with some injuries and stuff
got the ball back under 2 minutes, and Tua throws the ball. Chase Claypool for an interception.
Come on, man. That's where he messed up. Throwing the ball to Chase Claypool.
Hey, that's what happens when the pressure gets to you.
I haven't seen that guy look right anywhere.
True.
But other than that, you got the Browns.
I got that score at 28-14.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah. Nonsense.
What was your score?
21-17 Miami. You score 21 on the Chiefs, you win.
Who get the ball last?
I don't think it matters.
That's a close game.
Yeah.
Tell me Mahomes for a chance to move on to the next round is gonna
he
not put up points. He's lost a 4-point game.
Man, he's lost playoff games before.
Super Bowl champs. That's how you feel about them. Defending champs.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Eagles. They were both there, and they both don't look right. But so yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Browns, Texans. Personally, I got the Texans. It's probably going to be the Browns, but I got the Texans. I think CJ Stroud comes through for them. 21-18. Joe Flacco, one pick too many at the end. Because he's been throwing them things. Just as many yards he's been throwing some picks too. Good amount. But he playing with house money. He's just like off the couch.
The bro's chilling.
Flinging it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Flinging it. Probably shocking himself in some of these passes, So I'm gonna go with the Texans. I don't really have to elaborate because I don't really know much about them outside of CJ Stroud. Even when I looked at their highlights, it's like I don't know who these guys are, but CJ is cooking.
Yeah.
He's cooking. It's like playing on my Madden player. You know what I'm saying? When you're a rookie on a bad team, it's like, I got nothing but like 70s at receiver. But by the end of the year, you guys are gonna be like 85s. Just messing with me. So
yeah,
that's what CJ Stroud is doing. He's on like my career mode right now, just bugging.
21-18. That's a close one.
Yeah, a lot of his games is close, and he's been clutch every time.
Yeah. I'm in reverse to you. I want CJ to win that game. I want CJ to win that game. I don't even care about the Texans. I just want CJ to win it for his career.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big moment, and that coach as well.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan, black coach.
So I want the Texans to win that game. I do think the Browns will pull it out. I think it'll be a close one. I don't know if I trust Flacco in a he's down situation. I trust him if he's in an up situation. Meaning like the game will probably be like 24-17. Browns will probably take the lead in the fourth quarter. I think it'll be a close one throughout that game. I think the Browns will take the lead in the fourth quarter. They still got Amari Cooper, Joe Flacco. However, his interceptions is high. If he wasn't an off the couch quarterback right now who had a Super Bowl ring, he might not even be starting. He's got like 12 TDs and 9 interceptions. That's a 1-for-1 ratio right there, So I think it'll be. So I do feel you. I definitely think he's gonna throw a couple picks in that game. But I think ultimately the Browns should pull it out.
Gonna work with CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
but
I think.
What's the score you got?
I think the Browns will pull that out. I think 24-17.
Oh.
Yeah, I think CJ has the ball last.
Putting a lot of points up over there. That's about 4 TDs.
Yeah, I think 3 TDs and a kick. I think CJ will pull that. I think CJ will have the ball last. And I think because they're up by a touchdown, he might just run out of time. Score. And that's because I like the guy.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really want him to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you. So, what's that? What's the other game? Bills, Steelers, Bills.
Now, here's the only thing about that one: the Bills are known for losing games like these.
No, they're not.
The Bills are
versus Steelers with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. It's not even Kenny Pickett, bro.
The Bills have taken some losses to teams that they should have beat.
Not Mason. Not Mason. You know who Mason Rudolph is?
Absolutely, I know the Steelers situation.
You know that's the guy that got hit in the head with the helmet.
Steelers situation. I know.
Okay.
You know, but I think I think the Bills should definitely pull that one out. I'm rooting for Mike Tomlin.
Going to the Super Bowl out the AFC.
Well, let me finish my pick first. I think I'm rooting for Mike Tomlin to get another black coach. You know, I think that I don't think that there's any possible way that the Bills should lose that game. But if they do lose it, it'll be because of the Steelers defense, even though I'm pretty sure TJ Watt is out. So if the Steelers do win that game, it'll be like a 12-9 all kicks. You know. And you got the Bills winning? I'm assuming a blowout?
No.
No?
No. Steelers going to keep it close. And they're going to score. Yeah, I got 28-24. Similar to the Lions game. Yeah.
That's a prediction.
No, they're going to be right there. But Mason Rudolph, he ain't going to close no game now.
Yeah.
Because it's not about, the quarterback. It's about their playmakers. These guys are all NFL quarterbacks. They can throw the ball decent enough to a playmaker.
Except when that pressure's on and they start throwing picks.
The pressure is only on when that D line is in front of your face.
Well, time's running out and you're down.
And it's the Bills. So maybe that D line shows up. Can't name a guy on there. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Mason Rudolph, I mean, it's kind of like the Joe Flacco thing. He's just gonna be slinging that thing. So
that's the only pick that score. That's the lowest pick.
And Josh Allen throws a lot of picks, so that game is gonna be close. Picks, fumbles, you name it. All right, he lets go of that ball a lot. He got like 50 TDs this year,
and snubbed from the Pro Bowl.
Well, he also got like what? Yeah, I think it's like high 20s. Turnovers, high 20s.
He's one of the only quarterbacks that
he only a couple from Jameis is 30.
He's one of the only quarterbacks that wheels games. Like that win that they had last week, he wheeled them.
It's like a good anime. If you put yourself in the situation, you didn't will us to a win. You just fixed your mistakes. We wouldn't be in the situation if you wasn't so mistake driven. I don't think he wills them to wins when he really be the cause of them having to have a need for that kind of play to get a win. Turn that ball over, man. Too much.
I feel you. He also scrambles and forces first downs.
Yeah, and fumbles it.
Yeah,
fumbles it. It's a lot of them.
But let's
just saying, if Jameis Winston had those kind of numbers.
Well, if the guy didn't have such a loser's mentality, I think he would be, a lot further than he is. Jameis Winston's career can be summed up as,
that's a bold statement.
Good intentions, bad decisions.
You know that, man?
What?
Loser mentality?
Well, what I saw from Sunday's game, it really kind of showed that in terms of going forward after the,
not a single teammate spoke on him like that. I don't know. That's though.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think his career can be summed up as good intentions, bad decisions. I never said anything against the man who he was.
I mean, NFL career maybe, but he still did his thing also in college too, as big time winner. But
good intentions, bad decisions, man. I don't think it's anything.
What was like number 1 overall pick?
Yeah,
I'm sure life is good over there.
I'm sure it is. Good intentions, bad decisions.
To say loser mentality, though, it's kind of.
I mean,
strong words.
You let the defense go in and thinking you're going to do a victory formation, and then you go for it.
That's the only
winner's mentality.
That's the only part. That's like, oh, why'd you line up a victory formation? But I mean, bro, it was 41-17.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
But you see it in the NBA.
But
whenever guys try and throw the
I
ball
really
at the
hope he
end,
gets another shot at starting and show these guys, because there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that's not even better than him, and they start. I mean, I've seen Mac Jones play a lot of games and be a lot worse than him, and but yeah, I don't know. That's just wild to speak on a man,
I didn't speak on a man. I spoke on his play style.
You say,
I said loser's mentality on the field as a quarterback. Yes,
based on one.
That's not the man. That's his position.
Okay, I feel you. It's your opinion. It's wild to me.
Yeah,
it's my opinion.
I feel you.
But, so I mean, outside of that, though, he ain't even in the playoffs. So I don't know why he matters. But what's your pick for the Super Bowl coming out of AFC?
I'll tell you what I want to see. I love to see Lions versus the Browns. One time for history, both of those. For both of those teams, that would be my prediction. Lions winning that game. However, though, I think the Ravens should come out of the AFC.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, I picked them at the beginning of the year in the offseason. I also picked Philly to meet them there, unless Philly runs into Detroit. But the way Philly looking now is looking like, Detroit to the bowl. But regardless, I mean, Lamar's owned the NFC, so I hope it's Detroit, because it's like, that's one of those things, man. Like, it's kind of hard to beat a team, 2-3 times in a row. So that's why I got faith in the Dolphins versus the Chiefs. It's just, you just beat us, barely beat us. It'd be one of those things, it's like, we just beat you and you barely lost. Be close. One play doesn't go your way.
Bills beat the Dolphins twice this year.
They put it on them the first time. They definitely did. They put it on. That was bad. It was right after the 70-point game.
Yeah.
I think the Bills had like 45 or something. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They put it on them. Wasn't like that in that last one, though.
No.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't got Miami doing no more than that win right there. Like, who's ever up next, I think it would be the Bills, and probably lose again the third time.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that would be embarrassing. If the Dolphins do play the Bills again in the second round, let's not go there.
When you have a limited quarterback like Tua, you're only gonna go so far. If you make the Super Bowl, he has to have like a super hot streak and
not be in no pressure moments.
Yeah, so I think, first of all, Tua could do it maybe as a first seed, all home games, all in Miami, you know what I'm saying, in your controlled environment. I could see it working out like that. Maybe a couple guys get hurt on the other, you know what I'm saying, like just, things just fall in place for you. I could see them having that kind of year, but I don't know, man. They have to pay him.
Yeah.
Like, it's up.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, yeah.
Especially when I got the coach right. Like, I could see signing Jared Goff, because it's like, how much is it really Dan Campbell? It seems like he's more like a Nick Sirianni. Like, you got the right coordinators. What happens when, teams take both your coordinators, and you don't have a Jalen Hurts to just make some wins happen.
Yeah.
You got Jared Goff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This shit can, this stuff can go south quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still remember year one, but hey, you got quarterbacks like that, man. I think that in the league, in my opinion, has come closer to that, where they're like, look, man, you guys getting so much money now. I'm not about to risk all those years on you, And for the most part, these teams have not been regretful in those decisions. I mean, I'm sure Jimmy Garoppolo is a fine guy, but I don't think the 49ers are sweating that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Browns are sweating Baker. I don't think, you can go on the list, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Chicago's going to be sweating Fields, because I'm probably getting rid of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you're good, but it's like the way these guys are coming in, he might be just one step below you.
Yeah.
And he won't, but I can go get a receiver that's one step higher on that. You know what I'm saying? That totem pole. So yeah, it all depends on how you look at it. But
yeah.
you gonna get to the book now.
You didn't give your NFC prediction for the whatchamacallit.
What, the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I said it. I said
Lions, Ravens.
I said I picked the Eagles before the year, and I said the Eagles ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be the Lions.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
But and you got Lions too, don't you?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's say Lions, Ravens. 35-28 game.
Man, I'm not even gonna put nothing on that until that's there. I gotta see how these Lions look in these playoffs. Same with the Ravens.
Speak into existence.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm taking in that game, but man,
wearing a Lions jersey, and he says that's funny.
Man, I'm a huge fan of Lamar, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But he's stout.
I'm a huge fan, and I care about us being just good consistently, But if we're there, man, I mean, of course, I'm rooting for us. Like the hell with Lamar, like everything they're about. But hey, because I mean, realistically, like, hey, man, I wish he was on Detroit, but you're not. So it is what it is. I like Stafford too, but hey, you're on the Rams now. I don't want to see you win on Sunday. I don't want to see you win whatsoever on Sunday. I don't want to see you look good. I hope you miss your first 20 passes.
Right.
I hope you throw nothing but picks. I hope you trip and fall and fumble the ball. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have nothing that I want Stafford to do good in that game.
Yeah.
Realistically, everybody, I want a hard fought game. I don't really care. I've seen Brady win games that were just ugly, pathetic, and everything else. All I care is that we win that game and we go to the next round. We win that game and we go to the next round. We win that game and we go into the Super Bowl and we win that game and hang a banner in Detroit.
Yeah.